little rant really quickly about
Okay, well
I
let
had
me say
a
hello. We live. Sorry, yeah. Hello, everyone. We are live. It's your girl Montique, Callie, Dr. Joy PPHD, and Demisio, Big D Energy. We are here to talk about Married to Medicine, season 10, episode 12, Hilton Head. Here we come. All right. So everything we say is allegedly our opinion, entertainment purposes only. We're only going to be here to have fun. So chat with us, chat her up with us, I guess. Um, y'all want to rate it? And then we do our chat stick moment, or do y'all want to do the chat stick moment first?
we can do the
Um,
chapstick moment first, just to
All
get
right.
it out
So
of
go
the way.
D. You have one. And I'm gonna share it
Uh,
out while y'all doing that.
I have said this before on here, I think, and I want to say it again. Can we, the public, please leave Jada Wade, the little baby son? Can we leave that little baby alone? Can we stop bullying a 4-year-old? Please, can we, America? This is just a public service announcement for anybody who happens to stumble upon this video, because every time that lady posts her and little baby son, he always goes viral. They call him the little boy gay, zesty, all of this. It's just ridiculous. Why are overgrown humans bullying a innocent child who doesn't even have his motor skills all the way? The baby can barely even talk,
So I have
can't
a
even
question
read
with this
and
D.
write.
Should she stop? I mean, I don't know who they are, and I don't watch them. But is there at a point where maybe she should stop posting him so much, like to protect him,
No,
or
because I feel like if she was a regular person, regular people post their children all the time. The only difference is she is a celebrity and his dad is a famous rapper. That's the only difference. We would not be telling her to stop posting her
well,
kid.
my point is
It
like
was
if
normal.
you have like a page just for like your family members to share certain things, you know what I'm saying? Like have a personal page for him where you just go to the people who you know love him and are going to appreciate him. But then you can still share him a little bit, sprinkle there, here, there on your public page. I think if
I
I
don't
was a
think she
star, I
pays
would
the
do that.
comments. I don't even think she pays the comments any attention, because I don't recall her ever addressing it. But it's just like I said, he does
Right.
go viral for that, and it just hurts my feelings
That
for
would
it,
hurt my feelings.
because
Oh
he's a
Lord, my
child,
mama calling.
you know.
I'll call her back. All right, Joy, did you want to talk about Phaedra or was that Callie? Who knows? One of y'all about
oh,
Heavenly.
you want to do it, Callie?
I think Callie went away.
Okay, so according to Heavenly did a
She's trying to
live.
talk, I think. Callie, are
Oh,
you here? I seen her thing move.
I think somebody's coughing in the
I
background.
think it's in the background. Okay, go, Joyce. Go ahead.
Oh,
Um, yeah, that
Let's
is that
let's
is.
okay.
whoever that is.
Um, here, edit her mic.
Okay. Can I
Okay,
do it?
yeah, I can't
Yes,
hear
I
you.
got it. Go ahead.
Okay, so anyway, there's a according to Heavenly in a live she did, she said that Phaedra read her so good she didn't even know how to respond. Now, she also said that Phaedra read somebody during this season real good, and somebody read her in return. We ain't seen none of that. So whether or not what's true and what's not, or if she's trying to hype it up, or if production is just leaving the good stuff on the table for whatever reason.
It doesn't surprise me, considering they left out Alicia arguing with Toya at the resurrection.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder why.
I don't know.
Because you can
'Cause that-
tell they've kind of been getting into it within these last couple episodes, and if you watch the preview for next episode, she
Mhm.
got Toya right on together. So
She
it's
sure did.
something brewing, but it's something that's, you can tell that it's something there between the two of them. Why they're not showing
Mhm.
it,
I
who
don't know.
absolutely knows?
I don't. It don't make no sense to me. But that was the chapstick moment of the week,
Yeah,
and
that
of
she
course,
said
I'm
that
sure
she read.
everybody knows at this point that Candy is leaving
Mm.
Real Housewives of Atlanta.
So do
Thank
y'all think
God.
that Phaedra will go there?
No.
Oh,
I think
oh,
she
okay.
could.
Callie's back. Yay. Hey, Callie. Okay.
But that would
Thanks.
be too much jumping around.
Not
Wait.
for Phaedra. I mean, all for me, it would just be her going back home.
Well, I feel like Phaedra's not doing anything on Married to Medicine, so I don't feel like she's a
Yeah.
good fit. Do y'all?
No, she's not. I mean, I like seeing her sometimes, but there's nothing else for her to do on the show. Quad's gone. No more shade to be thrown. She can keep checking the girls, but it's just wasting her time, or well, or not, because she is
She
getting
ain't even
paid.
checking them so far as what we done seen.
All she says, "Ooh, child, yeah,
Okay, like
child,
Carlos
ooh,
King said, it's
child."
only so much of that, baby. There's only so much of that, honey, that you can do for us. Like, okay, look.
And make faces. Why did she make all them faces? I never noticed she made
Who?
that many faces. To I guess because it was so
Who?
many dynamic characters around her that you didn't
Yeah,
really focus on her. And on Merit to Medicine, she don't have that. But oh, okay. Anyway, um,
Who is she talking about?
Phaedra
Oh, she
and all
always
her
moved her
faces
mouth.
she be making.
Mm.
Okay,
She always
so
did that.
after tonight's episode, we said this already on Potomac. I mean after last night. I'm sorry. They will not be returning until after the Super Bowl, which they will return on February 18th.
Taylor Swift boyfriend's team, go Chiefs.
Oh, I just whoever the quarterback is the cutest is who I want. So just let me know who that is, and we go whoever quarterback it is. Okay, and then the Usher concert is gonna happen. All right,
It's a shame. It's a crime against humanity that they're having an Usher concert, having the Super Bowl in the middle of Usher concert.
that's right. Amen. Um, so let's talk about the Hilton Head thing. Um, is Jackie being reasonable and
No,
courteous?
because
Okay.
girl, listen. This is my whole thing about it. Ain't nobody thinking about y'all. Like, baby, it does not matter what. Like, is it that big of a deal where it happened? At the point is, baby, he cheated on you. It doesn't matter where it's at. So if he would have cheated in Miami, that means y'all couldn't ever go to Miami again.
Mhm.
Like, Jackie, girl, bye.
What y'all think? Do y'all think she's going overboard?
No, she's
I
not
just think
going
it's
overboard.
Go ahead, Callie. You go ahead, Callie.
She's not going overboard. Don't nobody want to go back to the scene of the crime, even though she wasn't the one that committed the crime. Her husband was. So why go there? Because she's not going to be able to enjoy it. She's going to keep thinking about wondering what they were doing. Were they on this beach? Were they on the same bed? So yeah, I don't think she's overdoing it.
But I mean, it's the same penis that went in the same lady. It's the same. I mean, that would be me. I would have a problem with knowing that somebody else's vagina was on his penis more
Well,
than
she does have a
he
problem
was
with that.
at more.
She,
Which that's a reminder every day. Like that would be my
yeah,
reminder more
but
than a
they're
Hilton
able to
Head
move beyond that
location.
because they're at home in their house, in their home, in their surroundings.
But like I said, if
You
he would
know,
have cheated in Miami, was they not gonna be allowed to go to the beach in Miami again for a trip just because that's where Curtis cheated at?
if if it
It's
makes her
ridiculous.
uncomfortable, then
It's
y'all go without her
ridiculous. It's
because it's
ridiculous.
still her and her marriage.
What do
It's
you
So
think,
if
ridiculous.
it's
Joy?
uncomfortable, go without her.
I think it's an unreasonable ask because
Okay.
if my husband cheated in Chicago, I
Yeah.
would
What's an
never
ask?
go to Chicago.
What's
Like
an
that
Right.
is
unreasonable ask, Joy?
absurd to me.
It
It,
Joy,
it,
is.
what's an unreasonable ask?
it's
She didn't ask
for
them to do
one.
anything.
Can I, man? For one, Simone, somebody text. I think I put it in the group. And said this is probably a production issue, and Simone said it is
It
production.
is.
That's
We
what it
said
was,
that.
Marsha.
We said that
That's
last
what it
time.
was, Marsha.
That
Yeah,
production did
it was
this. This was the location they received. This is where
right.
the
Can you
itinerary
put
they
Marsha's
got.
comment back up on the screen, please?
And
What? Yeah.
while it's quite possible that production remembered, I don't think anybody else
Mm-mm.
remembered
Yeah.
where he was seen,
I
because
don't remember.
the only
I
thing
don't.
people knew to memory was that he cheated. But they keep talking about it. They made it an issue, not
I
us,
thought he
because
was in the airport. I didn't even know
right,
it was a Hilton Head.
right. Sweet Tea
So
didn't know that.
we didn't know that. And another reason I feel like they couldn't move is because they have rights. Don't you have to like get clearance and rights to
Yes,
film at a certain
yes,
location?
it
And they
does.
can't just out of the blue find somewhere else to go. I really feel like it was production.
And that's why they didn't film a cast trip in New Jersey because the hotel flooded. And of wherever city this is, surely you know it's another hotel in the city, but it was such short timing, they
Yeah.
couldn't get all of those licenses and stuff,
Oh, I
so they
do
canceled
remember
the trip
that.
altogether.
I do
So it's
remember that,
not,
Joy.
it's just not a pick up the phone and saying, hey,
Yeah.
find another hotel. There are
You can't.
things that have to be done.
You have to get
And
clearance.
so it was an unreasonable act.
Oh my
So
God,
Angela
Angela.
said, well, if my husband cheated in any city, I could go to that exact city because I'm getting my lick back instantly. You're going to get your lick back in that city. So Jackie should have went to Hilton Head and got her lick back.
Are y'all saying that Jackie asked them to move the trip?
Yes.
No,
No.
Heavenly
No, she
said,
No.
if
didn't.
that was my
No.
friend, you was
No.
her real friend, Heavy. You know how Heavy is.
Yeah.
You would move it.
Yeah, so I'm like, I didn't see
They
Oh
that.
my
not
God,
calling
It's not a
remember
it
when you
request that's
tagged
coming
me
from
in those
her.
comments of them calling Heavenly
easy.
heathen?
They call her easy.
Used to call her Devonly until D start calling her Heavy, and I like that better. Curtis made it an issue, and Heavy and Simone made it bigger than it needs to be. What Heavy did, and Simone don't back down to Heavy, and that's the problem. They gonna
Yeah.
fight until their throats hurt and they can't
And
talk.
I love it. I love it. I love it so much because you need somebody to be like that with Heavenly. Like, girl, fuck you. I don't give a fuck about you. In Simone words, I don't give a fuck about you, bitch.
So Tori said the new girl, which I'm thinking is Dr. Alicia, said that they could change the trip. Toya even said she could in an interview with Heavy and Phaedra. So they did have a chance to change it. Well, I don't know then.
I'm
Okay.
sure it does not take that long to book an Airbnb and ask them people, can we
Can you
film here?
film?
It's not that hard to do that.
Yeah.
This Airbnb gonna give your money back when you you know what I'm saying, decline
Oh, they
and
don't
get
care.
and do
They
that.
wouldn't have cared about that little money. They wanted to cause an issue. I think it was production. I know the people upset about Hidden Head, but do you think the reduction? We just talked about that. That was in my notes. Um, Toya said that okay. What do y'all think about Heavy saying that she wasn't going if Jackie wasn't going?
No, Heavenly just is just another Giselle and Robin. Wanna just heavy, like, can Jackie speak?
The only difference is between Giselle and Robin and Heavenly and Jackie is that Giselle and Robin actually like each other. Jackie don't like Heavenly. This is
Oh, of
all
course she doesn't.
They
just
would
to keep her
never be
quiet.
friends. You're right,
No,
Kelly. They would not be
not
friends
a
if
chance,
it
right?
wasn't for yeah.
Mhm.
I do
I
believe
definitely
that.
agree with that.
That is so
They
true.
didn't even like each other in the beginning stages of the season. You remember when Jackie told Heavenly,
Mm-hmm.
at least when she take her clothes off, she don't look like a busted can of biscuits.
Oh,
I think she told Heavenly that a dentist wasn't a real doctor or something
She
too.
did say
She
that.
sure did. What do y'all think about? And I don't know his name, but it's
she's
Dr. Alicia's
fine.
husband. He
I
keeps talking about
Kenna. I
training
think
a
this is
wife. What do y'all? Is that?
no, that's next episode though, ain't it?
Did he say? He said you got to train your wife up. No, he
Yeah, but
said it
that's like
again.
next episode, ain't it?
He said it again.
Oh, okay.
He said it this time too. He said you got to
I
train
mean,
your wife up.
it depends on the household and the culture and all of that. That's what I'll say about that.
So, do you think Africans really don't have oral sex?
Wait, they said that?
He
Yeah.
said that. He said in his
He said
culture,
culturally.
he said culturally, we do not have. He has never. They have never. He has never licked her.
But how
Can I
she?
say this? Wait a minute. Wait a
Go
minute.
ahead.
Let's wait a minute. First of all, they was in confessionals when he was explaining this cultural stuff, and she was like, and she doesn't really like it that much.
Right.
No, she said, but if it changed, we could have a discussion. And then her words were, "You can spend a little time down there. You can spend a little bit
Hmm.
out there."
She was
She
like,
said it very gently, but I will say this. Um, um, okay, so let me say this nicely. I'll tell y'all a lot off camera, but let me just say this. So I dated an African from Senegal. He
I
had
have
never
to.
done that before, and he had never received that before.
"What?
And
How old
yeah,
was it? What's the age?"
29. He was 29. He was 29, and he came to this country, I want to say, when he was like 25. Yeah, he came here when he was like 25. Maybe he was 24. but he was 29 at this point, and he was very you just kind of have conversations at some point, but no, it was something that he said he had never even heard of. He was the person, he also said he didn't understand the concept of homosexuality. And I had never heard anybody say that. He said they didn't even have a word for it.
What?
Him and his brother used to use same. He said that was the only way that there wasn't, and he knew 4 languages.
And they didn't have a word for
He didn't have a
homosexuality in that.
word for it. And he said he did one time go to this party, which was kind of equivalent to a club because he said it was outside. And he said he saw a boy that he was pretty sure was dressed as a girl. But the concept of him wanting to be with another man wasn't there because he had never heard of it before.
I got some friends that's African. Can you just ask people that? Because I want to know if this is normal.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was
like
young, so I asked a whole bunch of questions.
Right.
He was rare because the Africans that I've been with, and like Jamaicans and stuff like that me and my friends used to mess around with in college, because we had a lot of them, believe it or not, we had a lot of Jamaican, Caribbean, and African people come to UAPB in Arkansas for college, for track and soccer and stuff like that. Crazy, but we actually did. And baby, they did it all.
So I'm going to say this. Do you think that Portia and Simon and Shamia and her husband, ain't they married to African?
Yeah.
They done made them do it, I'm sure. At least once.
Yeah. I'm sure that those that's been here for a long time, I guess based off of how long you've been there. And remember that Africa is not some small city. Some really do live off in not so cultivated places. And although he said he was his mother, I remember specifically was from St. Louis, Senegal. I can't remember the town that he was raised in, but I don't think he was like in a main city.
So I have a question.
That might be the difference.
Do y'all kind of, because I'm seeing this, the fact that Heavy really does protect Curtis and Jackie's feelings, but she don't care about nobody else's feelings.
Yeah.
Does she think she needs Jackie to be on the show?
Yes.
I have no idea why she does it, but she do. That's why I was so glad that Sweet Tea was calling it out, baby.
Oh, we gonna get there. Kelly left. I don't think I kicked her off. Okay, because I'm on my phone, so if I touch anything, I'm scared. It's crazy because Jackie was crying on the phone. Did that break your heart? That hurt my feelings.
Yeah, it didn't hurt my feelings at all. It was a bit melodramatic to me.
I actually wondered, did production put pressure on her to go? And
that makes sense.
Her and Curtis came in hot.
Curtis came in like his back and booty hurt. Did y'all see how he was walking?
Yeah, but when he sat down, he wasn't happy about this whole situation, which I do. When Sweet Tea talked, I will admit, I didn't think it was fair. I didn't necessarily think that how she handled Jackie was necessarily the best, because I'm with Heavenly. She ain't gonna never forgive her, but she's actually right. Like, you could take they've been taking jabs at Sweet Tea. They all have.
They have.
At her expense, they didn't talked about how she talked, how she dressed, how her body is.
Her relationship.
Yes,
calling
her relationship.
Yes,
Sweet Tea is right. At my bachelor party, you talking about my soon-to-be husband is cheating with somebody he cheated with his first wife with. Like, that wasn't cool. They called a girl little girl, baby girl.
And I'm not saying,
like, I don't like that.
NutraSweet.
Yeah, that's bad. NutraSweet. They call us sour tea, honey.
Yeah, that's not. They've been taking shots at this girl all season. And say whatever you want. Sweet Tea is refreshing because she don't understand what's going on. You can tell, and she's learning things. If Greg is smart, he will. This will be her last season, but I would love to see her come back.
Me too.
because I need her to rock this. Like I want her to win. I
She
feel
needs
like
to.
I want her. I feel like she the Cardi B of I do. It was kind of like how they did Cardi B. How what's his
Mhm.
name? Cardi B. Like you want her to win. Like I'm rooting for her because they're playing her like she a buster, and I don't get that. Sweet Tea said she made a 6-figure salary before she even met him. She was like, I served my country.
Right.
She's done what she needs to do in this world.
But I
So
think
for
I
them,
agree. I agree.
huh?
I agree. I'm just agreeing. I agree with
Yeah,
you.
so for them to treat her like she's some buster or something,
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't
Yeah.
I don't
like it.
like it either.
It feels real
Like she's a
elitist to
Mia
me.
or something.
No, you can't do even with Mia. They all at the same table at the same time, and they don't like that. Jackie, even how she fought with her when she had made the comment about I don't think it's fair. She was like, Jackie relates everything to the fact that she's a doctor.
Uh-huh.
This is
She said I'm
this
in
is
the hot seat when I deliver babies. And
yes,
she was touching her
everything.
too. And I said,
That's
why
her.
she touching Sweet Tea? She was touching her.
Yes, her career is her identity.
That's probably why Curtis went to Hilton Head in the first place.
Curtis basically said, I ain't saying it's her fault because it's still always a man's choice. But to be crystal clear, Curtis did come to her like a straight up G and flat out said, I need you home more. You working too much. It's not just you working, you taking on all these other projects. You need to chill. And Jackie kept
And
on
Jackie
doing
does
Jackie.
give that she's approved.
Yeah, it's not about her being a
Oh,
prude.
yeah, right.
People people make time for what is important to
For
them.
real, my Jackie gives like she only likes missionary.
That what mission well,
That's the best. Yeah,
I
Shrek.
love
That's
missionary.
But the whole
I mean,
entire
you could. I mean,
time
like,
you
okay, I'm
having.
not gonna tell y'all my slutted out business because you can be slutted out sometimes. But missionary is for me.
the
I mean, I
bomb.
love it too. I am a
I
missionary
know,
person myself, but I do
but
like
that's
other
all she look like
positions
she do. Is that
sometimes.
what you're saying?
Yeah, it's just like it
Yeah,
would just look like Jackie just lay there.
she don't slut it out
I
ever.
She don't
always
do nothing.
I always say that missionary is a woman's pleasure. Well, I ain't gonna say that either. That really ain't
Now the
fair.
Cause
men
That's
I'm
not
like
fair.
it.
Joy. I'm sure you not. I'm sure every time y'all do it, you ain't just laying there.
Now joy for humping back, honey. I mean, I choke. I mean, you can like choke a little bit. I like all that. I'm very
Me
honey.
too,
Anyway,
Monique. I am heavily into
God, we can talk about this
BDSM.
offline. Okay, we'll talk about that offline. Okay. But I feel like Eugene. Now I know they call him Eugenia. Is that what you call it? I
Yeah,
feel like he is
Mm-hmm.
was the most reasonable person there because he said
Yeah.
they were like, well, it wasn't fair for her to cuss and say "F you, Jackie," and he said, but it wasn't fair for her to say, "Baby, little baby, I'm gonna handle you later."
yep.
Yes.
We're
Yes.
talking
He
about
was.
American
Like
medicine, Cheryl.
and not just that, Curtis was, Eugene was even saying stuff like when this conversations was going on, he was like, can we just end this conversation? Even in the
Mm-hmm.
car,
Yeah.
we were in the bus, like we dragging this on. They already asked us not to talk about it. We talking about not talking about it, inadvertently talking about
So,
it.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, he was the
So
voice of reason.
He
I
was.
do
Mm-hmm.
I do think it's unfair because there's no way you're going to convince me that if Simone's husband was with that woman that allegedly he was having an affair with, that he wasn't having an affair with, that we know he was having an affair with,
The golf lady.
that that Simone would have done that. Like nobody would do that. Essentially, she was holding up the group for the sake of don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Who gets the privilege?
And I don't even think they would have though. The only person who really talked about it because they did a flashback is when Heavenly was like at when they went to the thing and she was like, "Why do you think Curtis cheated on you?" or whatever she said. She's the only one that really kind of was being
Well,
nasty about
she
it.
was concerned about Toya. She was more concerned about Toya. She
Welcome back,
really wanted
Bill.
Toya not to say nothing because she was just like, I'm concerned about who. Well, I don't think anybody else would have. Nobody would have mentioned that. I don't believe
Oh,
anybody would have.
mm-mm.
Unless somebody had told them that it was at Hilton Head. I don't believe anybody remembered.
I didn't. You had to show me a
Because
screenshot because I thought it was the airport. Remember, you found it though.
I knew it was I only knew It was a hotel because I had recently talked about it maybe about a month ago with somebody online, and I said I think they was like in a hotel or something, and so, I mean in an airport or something. And somebody
Mm-hmm.
said no, they were in a hotel somewhere. But even on the pictures, and I was reading through the article, I didn't see the words Hilton Head anywhere.
Yep, I agree though.
That's
Eugenia was
why
Toya
we
definitely
made
wouldn't
that.
the
have
voice of
known.
reason.
I don't remember Toya making jokes, but I don't really remember anything Toya does. That's
Yeah,
just.
I
I
mean,
mean,
I'm
I.
not
I mean,
saying that she didn't, but
I don't remember.
they
She
wanted
did.
Toya. Jackie wanted confirmation that Toya wasn't going to talk about it.
I remember Toya sitting in his lap, or he pulled Toya down.
Wait,
Y'all
Montique,
remember
why was I
that?
thinking the
I
same
think she
thing?
sat in his
That's
lap.
what I remember. I don't
And
remember anything
then
besides
he was
that.
about to get up and he pulled her back down.
Okay, so on the
But why
Eugene
last
did he
was the
last
do
voice of
night,
that? That was
Toya,
reason.
so weird.
huh?
Eugene was the
Why did
voice
he
of
do
reason though
that?
last night. She was, and I like I said, I agree with everything that Eugene said. Oh, it's not fair for Sweet Tea to put Jackie on blast, but it was okay for Jackie and them to do her like that. No, that's why I'm glad she told Jackie, "Fuck you, bitch." Like what?
Why do you
And I
think
wouldn't
they
have,
bow down? Are they afraid of Jackie?
and I wouldn't have
Yes.
apologized to Jackie either at all. Even though
Why would
Sweet Tea
they be
did look
afraid
a
of
Jackie,
little
Jackie?
drunk. I
Jackie
don't
is
know what
candy.
for.
Jackie was candy. She
But
was
what's that
probably
got to do with the price of tea in China? Help me out.
she's
Explain.
probably the most paid. She
Okay.
has the production's ear. She
Mm.
was well liked and respected. She was the elder because Jackie, believe it
Okay.
or not, is in her 60s, her mid 60s.
Right.
She just looks good.
Because
She
Phaedra said you older than her mama.
Yeah. Right. Because Greg is only a year or two older than her father.
And then Jackie older than Greg. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm with her. I'm gonna be honest. I think elders deserve respect. And
Girl,
even when
bye.
they're being disrespectful, with that being said,
No.
people are humans.
Yeah.
Like if you keep poking a bear, I don't care how respectful you are as a person, eventually you're gonna pop them and they're gonna respond in a very aggressive way.
She
I
is
I
I
mean, that's
really
65 years old. I would
So
have
hold on,
never
y'all. I
thought
want to
that.
ask Tori a question. Then y'all keep going. What drums did Toya drop? Go ahead. Go D.
and I really just hate that narrative like that. That's probably one of my biggest pet peeves with people that's born in '89 and above. That's like one of my biggest things because you think just because you're 60 years old
Mm-hmm.
that you can say what you want to say to me and I'm supposed to just let it go because you're 60. Absolutely fucking not.
You got, but let it go, like Elsa. I mean, them people bones
No.
are brittle. They tired. They
No
don't see them
ma'am,
laughing.
baby.
They, you know what I mean. Just let them. They it's their time.
No ma'am. Because
What?
baby, if
They
you come for me,
arthritis.
you
Let
come
me
for
also
me,
say this.
I'm
Let me
coming
say
for
this.
you.
Sweet Tea is also a millennial, and as I
Right.
keep on telling you, that millennials and Gen X do not live by social norms that Gen X
Oh, I'm gonna put this.
tends to deal with, because we deal with them like it's just certain things like. And I also said this before, mixing Gen Z and millennials together on reality shows, in my opinion, is a nightmare waiting to happen.
You mean boomers?
N-
The Gen Z and millennials are close. Are you saying with them? I got what you're saying now.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
but
Gotcha. Okay,
Jackie still
I
is
got you.
now Jackie might be a late boomer.
I think she's a boomer.
Yeah, because I think it's 69 to 81 is Gen Z.
So let me read this real quick, y'all. Danita says Simone, Jackie, and Toya were on a live. They make the same amount. Their pay is based on the number of years on the show, which is
Mhm.
why Quad was mad because when she left and was part time, they didn't keep her pay like the other OGs of the
Oh,
show.
okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes
I
sense.
mean, that makes sense. I think that's
But I'm
also why.
thinking
Wait a
Jackie,
minute.
I thought
Ooh, before I
Jackie would
forget this.
make more because of all her products, right?
No, she shouldn't. But let me say this. That's also why I think Candy left. She might not want to admit it, but I do think that may have something to do with her because Candy was top heavy
Mm-hmm.
as far as money is concerned, and I bet you they lowered her pay. How much you bet?
Oh, I bet they did. Or they lowered her amount of episodes. I feel like she was demoted,
Yeah,
which lowered her pay.
correct.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like I said, I just feel like going back to the whole Sweet Tea versus Jackie thing. It's just like, baby, 65 or not, you always got something to say. You've been
Mm,
disrespecting me this entire season. Doesn't nobody care about you being 65, sweetie. You could have been 80, okay? And baby, you could have been standing on Jesus' tongue. And if you
no.
think that you're gonna come for me,
Not on his tongue.
that's something that's a saying I that's a saying I got from my mom. She used to say that all the time.
Honey,
She
I'm
say
about
that
to
all the
use
time. I
that.
don't care if you was standing on Jesus' tongue. You're not gonna disrespect me. My mom used to say that all the time, and I've
Okay,
been
I'll
saying
check
this
it.
since I was younger.
Oh,
But
that's
yeah, it's like
hilarious.
I don't care if you was standing in front of Jesus. Okay, you
But do
not
you
finna
think that
like.
she went too far? Like,
No, she absolutely did not. Because I would have told Jackie the same thing. Girl, fuck you.
She went too
Oh,
far.
and
Only
so
she
you
ought to
because
be
think she?
glad that she left it at.
I
If she just
agree with
left it
her
at.
going off, but she
She
didn't
ought
have
to be
to have the
glad that she
temper
just.
tantrum and
D,
curse
hold
out.
on. Say it, Callie. What you say?
I agree with her being upset and having a few choice words. It's just, I don't think she should have been cursing at her like that. It just
Why?
seemed like a little kid that was having a temper tantrum.
Okay, with that, do you think something was cut? Because it did seem
Yes,
like okay.
yes,
Because I'm thinking something had to be cut because for her to
yes.
escalate to that,
Hmm.
from that, it had to be something in the middle missing.
That's what
And
I thought. I thought that something Jackie said something back at her,
Mm-hmm.
and she responded like
F U
B,
F
and
U
it because
B.
it did make sense because it did kind of
So
seem
should I
like that
stop
F
cussing? Because
being on
y'all
another.
always just use the abbreviations and I just be cussing.
You are the ratchet of us, okay? We
You
classy, you
know, when we
ratchet.
upload it, they do ask if
And they
it's.
do, and we always put we explicit because, honey, I
I
say some,
don't. Can I
I
do
say
that?
some, well, not on everything, but on the one that we did about the rose, I made sure to put explicit.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
why
mean,
we was talking about vibrators that day,
I
but
just
yeah,
feel like she ought to be glad that Sweet Tea left it at that because if Jackie would have been dealing with a Gen Z like me, I would have said a whole lot more. I would have told
I
her,
agree with
like
that.
Sweet Tea said, bitch, fuck you with your old raggedy ass,
she didn't
bitch. You
say all
old
that.
ass bitch.
I
You an
agree. Now
old
that I
ass
agree with.
bitch.
I told you that that generation don't deal with norms. If you do, they're like disrespect. I'm gonna match your disrespect. If you're
Energy match
respectful,
energy.
I'm going to be respectful to you.
Mm-hmm.
But I do
Mm-hmm.
think it's an unfair situation because I had one coworker, and this lady was always snarky. This is the lady that I was telling you about that kept that my picture. They had my picture in
Yeah.
her
Uh huh.
phone.
Uh huh.
One day she said something to me, and I had had enough of her, and I wasn't proud of myself, but I don't even curse like that for real, for real. I whisper curse. This particular day, it was almost like a filter was ripped off my mouth. I just flat out called her an a-hole. I was like, you're just
Right.
an a-hole. And she looked at me. I said, that's just your personality. Like, cause it's like, I'm tired of you. Like, you say stuff like people are human beings. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like 15 seconds from like putting my hands on you. And she sat there and cried like a baby.
Because
And
you,
I was
Joy, you,
and I was just like, girl, you have been picking at me. I've been working with you for 10 years. You've been picking at me and I laugh at you. I walk it off, try to pretend like you ain't said it or that you didn't mean it, making excuses. But I'm a human being.
mm-hmm. You can only take so much.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
think
I
you,
got
and I
fired
think
from
Sweet
a
Tea was
job
like you.
before
She couldn't
because of
take
that.
no more.
I
Yeah.
got fired from a job because something like that. And it doesn't take a lot for me, like how Joy let it build up and build up and build up. I'm only going to ignore you a few times, honey. A few. And that is it. I will never forget it. She was probably like 50 years old. And she was like one of those like micromanaging type of
So I
bosses.
can't
And
stand like you.
no one liked her. No one liked her. And when I cussed her out that day, you just do not understand how many people once it was like over and stuff like that because I had to go to HR the next day at work, but they let me continue working that night. But you just don't know how many people came up to me like, "Oh my God, I've been wanting to say that to her forever. Thank you."
Well, I have a question about that. So
Cause
what if you when this person is doing this to you, go to them and let them know what they're doing to stop
Mhm.
it? Did you try to like do a
That's really
buffer?
what should. That's
I
really
mean,
what should
yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
kind of
that's
went.
what.
I went
Yeah.
above her head. I had already been to HR
Oh,
about
so
her
you did do that. Okay.
along with several other people. I was not the only one. That's why I said when I did it,
Yeah.
everybody was so happy, and she just was one of those people, and I just was already not really kind of like in the mood this particular day, and she came with that nonsense, and I was just like, "You are a miserable old ass bitch. You don't got nothing else better going on in your life, but other than to come up in this job. Is this all you do? Is this your life? Do you not have anything else going on outside this job? We are all grown up in here
Okay,
to
D.
like
D is man.
micromanage us. Like, girl, take your ass on somewhere and get out of my face. I'm not in the mood for it today. And oh, she was upset with me. I said a whole lot more than that. I'm just keeping it real
Okay, D.
cute on here.
You doing
But
the
I said,
joy.
like, girl, you are
Wait a minute, you doing the
miserable.
joy. Y'all going to a store and it is her need. It is
So,
time. But okay.
thank you. I'm glad. Dr. Jackie's husband, is he a retired NBA player? Is that the same Curtis Berry?
Oh, I don't know.
Because I was looking him up to see his age,
What
and he comes
business
up
do he
as a.
got in the Dominican
Can
Republic?
I
That's what I
can I
want to
ask the
know.
question?
Wait, G, go ahead, Kelly. Oh, I don't know who
Is it
he is. I think he is, or he was a sports agent, right? One of the two.
well? He definitely. If this is true, he definitely is a retired basketball NBA player. Anyway, I was just
But in the
curious.
Dominican Republic, he supposedly somebody said something about maybe we should have went to the Dominican. Alicia, Dr. Alicia on Watch What Happens Live. She said if she didn't want to go to
Oh,
Hilton Head, maybe we should have went to the Dominican Republic with Curtis. And I'm thinking, no, his
Yeah.
girlfriend there. Honey, his
oh,
girlfriend is in there. He is just not
he he is a pro athlete turned coach turned entrepreneur or
okay. So
whatever.
he was a
That's
coach,
what
and I
that's
knew
what
he was
Google said.
something. Okay.
They make a good couple, though. I like them.
I feel like I'm gonna say this, and I feel like Jackie is very powerful at work and at home. You know how you just want somebody to like take care of you or whatever and tell you what to do. I feel like the dynamic is very much. I feel like sometimes she's scared of him. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't. I
Give
don't like
Ike
it.
Turner.
Yeah, I don't like it. Like she walks on eggshells because she doesn't want him to cheat on her or hurt her again. So instead of her being the one like you hurt me, it's like she's trying to make sure he's okay
Child,
for
Jackie
cheating on
old as
her.
hell. She ain't trying to go through no more heartbreak. That lady is almost 70.
Yeah, but okay. I don't. We done jumped all over. Um. So Sweet Tea said y'all made fun of my situation and it was okay, and now the tables are turned. What makes you not be in the hot seat? And that's when Jackie used her career, and I didn't like that. Let's
I mean,
see.
that in my opinion was a valid point. Like they have been poking fun at the fact
Mhm.
of her age difference with her husband.
Mhm.
Like she's some gold digging so and so. I thought she was too. She didn't trick this dude. Like
Right.
it's not cool. It's really not cool. She say whatever you want. Sweet Tea stands on her own. Yes, she a little country, but it is something enduring about the fact that she's a little unfiltered. I didn't think the timing of what she said was appropriate, and she changed the mood.
Yeah, but I think something was cut because something had to be said. But she did go off. What about Heavenly apologizing to Simone? Would you have accepted that her apology?
No,
No.
No,
Okay.
and she didn't mean it when she said it.
exactly.
No.
She's so
I'm trying to
tacky.
think. Did we miss anything? What do you think about? Because people were upset that when Quad used to go on the couples trip single. What
Mm-hmm.
do you think about Phaedra going on the couples trip single?
I never thought it was wrong for
Faith,
Quad too, and I don't.
I I think the difference here's a slight difference. It's an unfortunate. For one, although Quad falls under this category, but I like to, one of the reasons why I like Phaedra is there's a nice nastiness to her that's very familiar to me.
Mhm.
And I only say that because there is a lady thing about her. She understands, like she'll share a little. She's conservative in very weird ways. Is that because I know people think that I am too? It's just certain things I would never discuss on television. But people that know me. We just kind of know Phaedra because we're watching her through TV lens. But she does have a weird. I'll give you an example. She dresses very provocatively, particularly now that she's single. But we know she did that a little when she was married as well. Like when she went swimming and had on that fishnet little garment in front of those guys. I don't think Phaedra would ever come on to somebody else's husband, especially not on TV or in front of people. She's too. That's not ladylike to
You
her.
think Quad
Does that
would?
mean yeah, not that Quad would. Quad would laugh and entertain it. Not
Oh,
that she would, but yes, I think, and I don't. I think that there was kind of a consensus because Quad was a little younger. She built up like a brick crap house. The men will look. Ain't nobody
but
looking at Phaedra. Not that she's not attractive,
Phaedra
but
cute.
Phaedra also wouldn't do that around a whole bunch of married men unless her husband was covering her. There
Oh.
is she has a nice, nasty, I'm sweet, innocent church girl, and I'm a low key hoe, all at the
Hmm.
same time. Allure about her, but
Yeah.
so she knows what's proper. She all of these rules that I keep saying that the millennials would do with no problem. Phaedra understands that she was raised like I was. Like it's just certain things you just wouldn't do in public.
Okay, Callie, what was you saying? Do you think it was bad or no for Phaedra to go single?
No, I don't think anything is wrong with it.
The Quad? What about Quad?
Nope.
Okay. What about you, D? I think D's on mute. You on mute?
Oh no, I didn't have a problem with it either.
Because they can always meet somebody there if they just wanted to have some fun. I don't think anything about it.
I don't think anything's wrong with it either. I don't even
Hmm.
think because some people were like, "Well, does she feel out of place not having a mate?" And I don't think she would. I wouldn't, but I don't know if I would want to go on a couple's trip unless I know I'm gonna meet somebody there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm.
Or
I
unless
really,
you went, unless you're a couple, not in a relationship kind of way, but unless you just took one of your girlfriends with you, y'all
right?
can go down there and pick up some things and have some fun.
Yeah,
So you're not
yeah.
really alone. But
Got people to see, things to
I
do.
love
mhm.
third wheeling, so I don't know.
Let's see what else on the bus. Did y'all notice that editing was a hot mess? Because Toya will be behind Phaedra because she spilled the wine in Phaedra's hair, and then the next scene she would be behind Simone. Then she would go behind. Just watch it. I think their editing is not that great on Married to Medicine. She was all over the place. They talked about ecstasy and Molly in the butt. And Phaedra talks about this. So you say Phaedra don't talk about crazy stuff.
In the
But
Uh,
butt.
no, that's not personal. That's like I
oh,
can tell you a story about weed because of where I did. Like I went to a dispensary. I wanted to see what it was like. I'm not. If I did smoke it or whatever they do with it with the edibles or whatever, I wouldn't say it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So she could tell you a story that's outside of herself. A lot of that, I think that's one of like she. I understand her thought process. That's just the nicest way I could say it. I really do understand her thought process. I ain't saying she right or that
right.
she hasn't done some terrible things. I'm just saying I understand her thought process.
Let me see. I think that's it. Tell Simone. Simone says she would never, she's been married for 27, 26 years, was been 27. She would never reopen a wound for her friend. Do y'all think Simone did this on purpose?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No, absolutely not.
I don't think
Heavenly's
so
just
either.
the devil.
What about y'all think about the neighbors, the Karens and the Kens recording them?
I thought it was pretty funny. I would have done the same thing.
Phaedra
Same.
calls Heavenly Jackie's henchman.
Mm.
And she used Jackie's henchman to turn on Simone. Do you all think that that Heavenly is her pit bull, her mouth?
Yes.
Yes. She says the things that Jackie wants to say, but feels like she can't because of her reputation.
And that's why they friends, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think Dr. Jackie is telling her to be her mouth. Dr. Heavenly just don't know how to shut up.
I agree with that too. I don't think that there has ever been explicit conversations for Jackie saying, say this, say that, defend me here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Of
believe
course,
that,
she's
but I
probably
think
not going to
that
say that on camera.
on or off. I don't think that that's her. I just think that for whatever reason, Jackie understands that Heavenly wants to be friends with her, wants to be good with her for whatever her reasons. It don't make sense to nobody but her, but that's how she feels. And I think Jackie takes advantage of that because there's no way that you're going to convince me that when Jackie walks away from this show, or if this show
Mm-hmm.
ends tomorrow, that
Mm-hmm.
Jackie would have anything to do with Heavenly.
Not at all. But so if that's the case, if Jackie is not saying this on camera, why doesn't she tell Heavenly to stop? Like, Heavenly, I don't need you to speak for me. Let me handle my business.
Because she wants her, because she's saying everything that she's thinking.
So you think she wants her to
That's
do it?
what
She
I
just
just
didn't tell her to do
said.
it. Okay.
Heavenly is saying what Jackie wants to say, but Jackie wants to put on this facade like she's this
I'm sleepy.
snooty, uppity. Oh, I wouldn't
Hmm.
dare stoop to those levels.
Right,
But I'm saying, why wouldn't she stop? Because if I was Jackie, I would say stop.
right,
What? She
Well,
don't
you're not
want it to
gonna tell
stop.
somebody to stop when they saying what you really want to
Yeah.
say.
So
right.
she is really her henchman then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Callie
I
don't
agree.
agree, I don't think. When she get quiet, she don't agree. I think that's all I had. Oh, let's see what's
Can't
happening next.
stand she can't stand her though. Can't
Um,
stand Heavenly.
I didn't realize that all the people now sorry, y'all, bring glam squads. Did y'all? Because they had
Oh,
no
I
money
noticed.
from
Yeah. Well, I think they're showing it. Obviously, they realized that some good conversations happen with glam,
it.
and
Mm-hmm.
they may share glam. That's the thing that I was saying about like Sweet Tea, like her makeup here looks nice. Somebody there probably did. They probably, because that would have been smart,
Hey,
is
you
that
guys,
they
I
allowed.
have to get off a little early tonight.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. I bet you people decide, hey, let's just hire these people and pay. That would make sense unless you're one or two people, you know what I mean? And they can
Yeah.
share the responsibility. That would make sense.
I know
And
Giselle and Robin share glam at BravoCon, but I don't know if they share it all the time. And I think Candace and Wendy, and I think he did Giselle's makeup too for the last Watch What Happens Live. I don't know if Watch What Happens Live just has certain hair and makeup people because they seem to share when they're on Watch What Happens Live. Let's see. Sweet Tea apologized to Jackie. Jackie will not forgive her. And then on the next episode, on February 18th, Dr. Alicia's going to tell Toya that Eugene needs to train her ass. That's all I got.
yeah. Do
Do you
y'all
Thanks.
guys?
could you think you could be married to somebody like what's her name's husband?
Mm-mm. I couldn't.
I could.
But did you on Watch What Happens Live? She said that things have changed. That they used to both work outside the home, but I guess when she moved to
Yeah.
wherever they are now, she's now
Yeah.
more in the house, and
Yeah.
so it's a different dynamic, and she's getting used to it. So that may be why they're having some kind of growing pain issues. But you think you could?
Uh-huh. Especially if you got some money.
Oh
I
well,
know how
yeah,
to
if you have
be
money.
very. I'm believe it or not. I know this ain't people think I'm lying. I'm actually naturally submissive
Oh,
to a in a woman, and
well,
it's
I
quite
feel like
natural.
that. Yeah. I'm at
Yeah,
work. I'm kind of like a leader and a boss, and I'm telling people what to do, and I'm doing things. So when I get home, I don't want to do that. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So
yeah. It
I don't
turned
want to
out
do
real.
that. So yeah,
Look,
I'm like that too.
I'm like the TikTok. Like soon as I walk through the door, if I could ball up in your arms, I would.
Yes.
I
Uh-huh.
sister God.
Hmm.
So yeah, I get
But
it.
I'm still kind of control freak,
Buffy.
so there is an aspect of me
Oh, I know.
controlling
Buffy,
some stuff.
Buffy. Hey,
That's that's that
Hold
Capricorn
on.
girl.
oh
We
my
control
Okay, what you saying,
it.
Callie Balali? You and Joy
God.
had the same face, so it's so hard for me to figure out who talking. Go, Callie.
Oh,
Buffy. Did y'all see the interview
oh,
that Buffy
Yeah.
that
had with
should have
that?
been the
So
chapstick.
tell me about it, Callie, because I don't know most of it.
Go ahead, Joy.
I don't know. I still
No?
don't know exactly what
I don't.
because the video that they keep okay, so apparently Buffy said that what's her name? Contessa.
And then
Did she
Quintessa.
hold her down and say something to her? What was it? I
Yeah,
couldn't
what
get it.
happened, Callie? We don't know.
I don't remember everything that happened either. But
Oh, dang.
I
Oh,
had
somebody
it.
said she choked her. Hold on. So Contessa choked Buffy? Is that what you're saying? Allegedly.
No.
Because Contessa trying to sue. So, Latoya, you're saying that Buffy said Contessa choked her and said, what did she say? Because she said something like, I'm going to rock you like that baby you didn't have or something like
Yes,
that.
that's
Okay.
that's what doesn't make sense. Because the video that they keep sharing doesn't say exactly what Buffy claims that Contessa said. So I'm wondering, did she do a cease and desist or something?
Yeah, that's what.
Well,
Okay, yeah, that's
Quintessa
what
came back
Latoya
and
said.
said that she was going to sue her for defamation.
But if it happened,
Well, but
how is she
she
going to
says
prove
it
that it
didn't
didn't happen?
happen. Well, she said it didn't happen.
So it's
So,
Buffy saying there were witnesses?
Mm-hmm.
um, I don't. Well, there were witnesses because based on when it happened, they were all there in the hallway together.
Okay.
Yeah, and she did say that. She said actually, she said there was lots of people around when she
Oh,
said it. Yeah,
oh, so she can, because if she can get people to go on her
yeah.
side and Contessa can get people to say that she didn't do it, Buffy may be in trouble.
Oh yeah, and then Quintessa says, "Yeah, let's see who's rich now. I'm taking you to court." That's what Quintessa
Well,
said.
yeah, Buffy got some money.
I mean, I can already tell you they ain't going nowhere, just like
No,
Michael's going nowhere.
yeah, I ain't going nowhere.
Apparently, what happens while you're
Well,
filming,
both of them are not on the show though.
But it
it
happened while they
don't
were
matter.
filming.
It happened while
It don't
they were
matter.
on the show.
They
Okay,
signed something, right?
They sign they
right.
sign. That's the reason why the only thing that you could do is have a criminal situation. That's what happened with Candace and Monique. They
Right.
actually weren't suing one another civilly. Candace
Right.
went to the police, which makes it criminal. That's something totally different. You something that's
Okay.
criminal, they can't restrict from, but you cannot individually sue. Michael's stuff was thrown out of court with Candace because he had signed a disclosure, and although
Hmm.
he wasn't on that entire season, he had to sign a release when he picked up, I guess, his children.
Oh, to be filmed.
Yep.
That's why he lost. Yeah, so they
They,
can't sue.
yeah, so
And
you
then I
can't
really
sue.
feel like even the criminal case with Monique and Candace, I feel like they was like, this some reality TV BS. We ain't even looking at this. I,
Yeah.
I, I yeah. I don't know. Why is Buffy still talking about it though? Buffy look good though, honey. Buffy taking her shots. Keep taking them
Buffy
shots, Buffy.
physically
She
good.
says she's
But
still bitter.
Buffy,
She's upset about it.
I
She
was
will
just gonna
be.
say,
It's her right.
Really? She's still bitter.
yeah.
How many
Yeah.
years?
She said it don't matter.
And y'all want Melody Holt to be done and Buffy ain't done.
But
Buffy, she's so
Buffy,
mean.
Buffy doesn't. She didn't feel happy to me before. She doesn't feel happy now, and she's a person that wants to be a victim. But I do think Jackie played her by saying something. Now, I don't know how true it is. Allegedly, Buffy said this while the cameras were rolling. I have a hard time believing that. It just seems like Bravo would have showed that
Oh, you're saying that Buffy said this to Jackie on camera. That
on
she was.
camera. They
Oh.
just didn't show it.
Mm-hmm.
And but she
Buffy said what to Jackie?
allegedly,
about her
alleged
infertility. But
about
even
her
if so,
infertility.
you don't tell a group of people at a conference.
Right, a
Yeah.
room full of people. Yeah, I agree with that. And
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think she embarrassed her.
Because I'm sure the brat done told her a whole bunch of stuff on camera. And Jackie ain't gonna never repeat nothing that she said.
It's
The
true.
Ever.
brat's sitting at home thinking, now how I getting this?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We didn't
She
talk about
definitely.
Mariah and Carlos's interview. It was a lot going on. But anything else, ladies?
I
Mm-mm.
watched that interview, by the way.
It was pretty good.
I actually listened to it driving home. It was actually pretty good. She actually has which I think is so smart, a content creator studio. So
I
if you're
think
a
so too.
content creator in Atlanta, and let's say we're having this show here, we could go rent one of her little rooms, like where
Mm-hmm.
she interviewed Carlos, and we could have our show there. And she got green screen rooms and rooms where people can like have conference and stuff. Like it would be something that you would rent for reality. I mean, it was actually pretty a podcast or something like that. It was pretty awesome, actually. So
Yep, the girls on Horrible Decisions. Just another podcast to listen to. Don't listen to it because they talk about spitting in mouths when they haven't. It's like nasty. So if you like, unless you want to
I
hear that kind of
just
stuff, they
heard
gross.
that. Where did I heard that. I just
Horrible. It's WHORE, like horrible. And they have it on the West Coast and the East Coast. They have but they just have like a little like 2 room thing. Mariah has a 6,000 square feet. I said, you better go, black lady. I ain't lying.
And she only has 2 content creator rooms. But
But
she
she,
does have the green room, and
yeah,
so that's
she
the
has the
room that I
makeup
like.
room. Um,
Other than
then she
that,
has
it
a
just
little
looks like a
office, like,
nightclub.
yeah. So I don't know what else she's gonna do, but I'm impressed.
mhm.
Jackie
I think
did
that's a
say
good
that about Buffy in public. Yes, she did. But
idea. Yeah, she did say it in public. It wasn't
yeah,
cool either.
yeah.
I mean, that's something you would explicitly get their permission for to do. I definitely agree with that.
And I
100%.
mean, she was like, and Buffy, you can understand because you infertile. Jackie should have talked about her own infertility issues.
She has before.
But I mean, at that moment, it should have just been her,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But
Mm-hmm.
you never know. Okay, anything else, ladies? We did good today. D was under control. I'm gonna have to go tell him he did good.
Child, y'all be on him. Y'all wrong. Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord.
What y'all
But
think about
no,
the boys going to do a cooking class, or the men and the ladies going to
Oh, golfing. Is that next week or did that happen this time?
well, they started this week.
I think it's
Okay.
cute.
That was really cute. That was
I think
cute. I've never been golfing, so I don't know. I wouldn't know what to do, but I think it would be
It's
fun.
fun. Yeah, it is.
As long as I get to, I've been on a well, I drove the golf carts around. That's what I did. I didn't never put them down and do nothing else. But, and I had a ball doing that. But anyway, Thursday, if y'all do Beverly Hills, I don't know if I'm gonna watch it, but I want to join. But but I'll join y'all later because I probably won't be home. Y'all know I do stuff on Thursday nights. I'll be home at about 6ish. So, anything else, ladies?
No, ma'am.
Who
I
was
had
this
fun.
white dude in the car with them? With the
Where?
it was in the men. I was like, who was with the white guy? It was an
Was he the
older.
driver? Was he the putter? What you call them people? The caddy?
Oh, he may have been something. I was like, who
Not the
is this
caddy.
white guy? Mhm.
What else? Well, what else he gonna be?
Mm.
Is this supposed to be Protect Toya season or something?
What do you mean? Explain that.
It feels like they're making up to Toya for last season.
Oh,
I think I think they're making up for her for some reason. It's something that makes me think that this was supposed to be, because Toya has been a dumping ground, see, for a
mm-hmm.
couple of seasons. Like
She
it's
had.
been bad for her. In this season, it feels
I
like
can watch the
they're
show.
showing her in a better light. I know that there was some, people saying she's not grateful about what's going on with her husband and that sort of thing. But I don't
Well,
know.
I
It
will
just
say, I think you may be right, Joy, because Toya always said they never want to show her businesses. Like she
yeah,
wrote a book and she does this. They
yeah,
always want to show her just playing
yeah.
tennis. And I will
Yeah.
say they did show her with her new business venture and going out and
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah.
you could be right. They're showing her in a different light.
Yeah.
I don't
I,
know.
they actually,
Uh,
you're right that they were in a car going to golf and they actually hadn't gotten there yet. Or they
Oh, Marsha said now Sweet Tea is the one getting the punching bag.
You might be right, Marsha, because I think what they did to her is kind of jacked up, though. This girl is a first year girl. If you do that second or third, at least they didn't. This sort of thing could be a bad taste in her mouth. Like Sweet Tea didn't need this. Sweet Tea wasn't looking for this. She may have been looking for Greg, but she wasn't looking for this.
Yeah, Heavenly recruited her, right?
Yeah, and had to convince her because she didn't want to do it. She said
Well,
she didn't want to do it.
I
Well,
think the
she sure
second
did
part
look
of
cute on Watch What's Happened Live.
she
She looked
did.
like
With
she
what
got a
y'all say about
makeup
her stockings
artist.
and her shoes?
Oh, and Ashley looked
I didn't
both
notice that.
Ashley and Alicia both look good on Watch What's
Dr.
Happening.
Alicia, I'm going to say this. That lady is poised and on Watch What
Is
Happens Live, she was
Who?
Dr. Alicia. Did you watch her?
From
yes,
Beverly
I
Hills?
did.
No,
No,
from Potomac. No, shoot.
no,
Help
from
me.
Married to Medicine.
Married to
Oh, okay.
Medicine.
No, I didn't see her on there.
I did.
She
Her and Ashley.
answered those questions. She was good.
She
She
was?
not only is she elegant, she feels like a lady.
This is
Yes,
the
I
one
was.
It's
whose
something about
husband
her,
is the
huh?
be submissive or go
Yes,
somewhere
it's
else
her.
guy.
That's her. She
Yeah.
was
Okay.
good on Watch Her. She did a great job. The way she was talking and the way she answered. Now, some of the
Yeah.
times I was like, "Lady, you need to be shady. You a little too professional." But
Yeah.
she was. But I guess Ashley was there for the mess more than anything. But she, and Ashley is
Ashley
dipping
did
in the lady pond, y'all. I
I was
want y'all to
just,
know that.
girl, we on the same page. I just said she's sleeping with a woman now. Yeah, she said that women's lips are softer. She had forgot how sensual
What?
kissing a woman
She sure
was.
did.
She talking
But
about upper lips or bottom lips?
probably
She,
both. But
but I will say
Latoya,
this.
they're saying that they are not showing. They say Dr. Alicia's a mess, but they say for some Heavenly does any Heavy says it with Carlos. I don't watch the show. I just hear what people say. But they say that they cut off her scenes. Like she goes off on people, but they don't show it. So I
Mhm.
don't know why.
The new chick goes off on people?
Yes,
Oh,
but they don't show it.
they've been too focused on sweet tea.
They've been two folks on the quad in the beginning, and now Sweet Tea and
Mm-hmm.
Jackie's thing is going to be it. I don't know what these production people are doing. We want to see it all. We want to see everybody doing something.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, she was great on there. She looked pretty. Her boobs was out a little bit. Yeah, she did good. But Ashley,
And
I don't know. I don't want Ashley to wear blonde hair. I feel like we got enough blondes on Potomac.
so Ashley had on the blue dress, right? The halter
Yes.
dress.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even notice that doctor next to her. I do need to go back and look at that again. That's sad.
Yes. Yes. Anything else, peoples? I have fun with y'all.
Nope, that's
No,
it.
nothing
All right,
else.
let me put up our QR code. What did Ashley say about her
Okay.
husband? She didn't. Did they talk about the case?
Oh, she
No.
said no. He didn't ask her one
I
question,
don't
but
think so.
she didn't know nothing. It ain't nothing that she could say,
But
really.
he'll probably ask at reunion, right?
Oh, I will say this. They asked really good questions about age. They did this game about
Uh
age
huh.
difference. And
Uh
wait a minute. I also forgot to mention this when we were on Potomac. That Ashley brought up on what was after live. Giselle talked about Mia and how her don't nobody know how old she is. And Ashley did too. When it was a game where they had to tell the difference between various housewives' husband. It said 32 years.
32 years.
And when they got to Ashley said, "Don't nobody know she lied so much about that. Like
Uh huh.
nobody knows how old Mia is."
We don't know. We said
And
that on here before. We have no idea how old Mia is. She's claimed she's younger than Candace, right?
no,
Oh, she said she's old. Because how old is Candace? 37?
and I think she's supposed to be the same age as Wendy because I think her and Wendy are both 38.
Okay. Still.
Right, right.
Hold on. We got a comment before. Eugene. Okay. I
Ashley is
know
the
something.
youngest.
What
Ashley
did
is
we forget to
actually
talk about with Eugene and Toya? Help me. What happened, Tori, before we get off? Oh, let's talk about that. So Ashley, they asked Ashley, let's talk about this. If she was rushing to get divorced, and she said no.
no.
And then Gordon, we
Oh
didn't say
yeah,
that, but
yeah.
Gordon said that she's not gonna get divorced. She likes that money.
Yes. And
And
then
she didn't
Gordon,
get alimony. So the best thing to do is stay married.
right, and out and Gordon asked me, well, what would we had done in a situation like that? And he said, well, what do you think? He said, I think I would have gotten a settlement. He said, no, you wouldn't have.
Okay.
She said, "You trying to keep me captive.
Right.
Crazy."
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that
Like,
was funny.
do you think I still want to live with you? He said, we still live together. It'll be mutually beneficial for both of us. I'm like, she want to be with the rapper, DJ, radio
Yeah.
personality, whatever y'all want to call him.
Yeah. Whatever you can call yourself whatever you want. I know one thing. Um, Gordon ain't gonna be in the picture too long. You think she? Because
Mm-mm,
it's not beneficial for her to be married to him. He
mm-mm,
might be a liability. And she was like she ain't even covering him. Like
mm-mm.
she was like, even own his part in this, the issues that they have. And I was like, dang, Mia done with this dude.
She
He
done.
don't know what he doing now. Cause like
Because it
she
was
ain't
one
even
thing she said. She said, you're very hostile. He said, hold on, wait a minute. I ain't never hit
yeah,
you. But
yeah.
yeah, she didn't protect him at all in that. We didn't talk. I didn't know if y'all talked about that. But anyway,
No.
we've been a good girls.
I tried to get to that scene about 4 times. I said, wait a minute, we ain't gonna talk about men.
Well, before we
Gee.
got off, I said, "Did y'all talk about me and Gordon? You and D both said, yeah." I said, "Okay." I think you were just
No,
ready to go.
I probably would. But yeah, Ashley looks so pretty with this
Mhm,
blonde. I don't know what
mhm.
color her is.
It was
It's
blonde.
I was
We
she was
got enough. So
I don't
When
like that.
Karen went blonde, we had enough because Karen used to be dark hair, and then all of a
Yeah,
sudden she became blonde.
yeah, yeah.
And then Wendy and Candace, they wear blonde, but it's a good kind of blonde for their skin tone.
Wow.
It's I don't know what it is, but it's pretty. Um,
Oh, I thought it was funny in an interview that Candace, I heard her listen to, and this was before the verdict came down about the case. And they said, do you think it's when Ashley said she doesn't know anything about the case, you think it's true? And Candace said, you know what, I'm be honest. Actually, I do believe it because basically she was like, Ashley got diarrhea of the mouth.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
can't hold
huh.
it. She
You
would
can't.
be, she would have said something, even if it was a slip.
Right.
She just don't have that kind of discipline. So she said, because of that, I do believe.
And Ashley said that her and Chris are on good terms now. And watch what happens live. I don't know if that's gonna be the same. By reunion, everybody mad again. So, do you think that after the reunion, they're going to sit down? No, we're talking about Potomac. Going to sit them down and say, "Y'all got to do something different."
I don't know, but it would be nice to see something different because it's so hard for me to watch it now.
Yeah.
It just drives me crazy.
I think that they should force them to have some kind of resolution
Or
because I
maybe
don't think
Regina George just needs to take a break.
who.
I think they need to like they did on Beverly Hills. Remember, Joy, you brought that up where they all had a little powwow with the Rainmaker
Yes,
lady.
yes.
Yeah.
This ain't, and in my opinion, powwows aren't about going off on a person.
Right.
Powwows is about really it's showing a little bit of emotional intelligence where you can say this is the issue that I have, this, and the other person, it's not about a counter, but it's more about, you know what, I'm sorry you feel that way. I do want to tell you why I did respond the way I
Hmm.
did. Da, 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 da. And there should be another apology. It should be accountability on all sides.
They gonna have to get the right one though for this group. They can't just get no normal lady or man. It's gonna have to be. They need a Yana Van der Zaan. How you say her name?
Ayanla.
Yeah,
What,
they need her.
remember that guy they used to use all the time? They used to get
Yes,
everybody.
Dr. Ken. Dr. Ken.
Oh yeah, on Atlanta, not Dr. King,
We
but
don't.
somebody else that could, nobody should be able to talk above a whisper, and it should be
Mm-hmm.
validation or some kind of, yeah, validation for what the person said before you, some kind of acknowledgement of saying, I heard you when you said that you felt like I was disrespectful or I did X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? It should
Yeah.
be therapeutic.
I really think they need to have homework even before they go, and like do a journal or answer some questions or do a something, and
Yeah.
then let the person study it and then come, like they gonna have some homework beforehand. I feel like this is a lot.
And I hate to say this because I know that she wouldn't want to hear this, but Giselle would have to lead this, because one of the things I tend to think, either Giselle is going to, and the reason I'm saying it is,
I
for
don't have
one,
no.
she was the original offender,
Mm-hmm.
even if a whole bunch of other stuff has been said, but it has to be a safe place where they can have a real conversation.
Right.
Because I do believe she would be apologetic if there was space to be able to do that. But you can't talk about my life, my ex-husband, my children,
My
and the
white proximity.
and then right, and my skin color, and then
Yeah.
expect me to apologize because you're going to continue to close the door, and that's not effective. We already know how you feel about her. Let's talk about the situation.
Gotcha.
And but also the accountability has to be on all sides. Candace also has to admit that he did not sexually, she's not accusing him of sexual assault, but she just said she has sucky set of words that have been
Mm-hmm.
terrible and that have resulted in a lot of turmoil. So
Yeah.
she does have to acknowledge that, because if they don't, they're not going to have jobs,
Yeah.
because we're not the only ones. When you got um Essence magazine writing
I
articles
really feel
about,
like Wendy paid that person to do that. I ain't gonna lie.
well, the person that's over editing
Allegedly.
the sister with, yeah, I mean, she's African.
I'm just telling you, I really, because it was very pro Wendy. And
Yeah,
then
those
I lost my thought. Lord, what's
go
gone?
ahead.
I lost it.
Those
Go ahead.
Africans, those Africans I was talking about,
Mm-hmm.
Essence magazine. Not that it's a magazine anymore, it's digital, but these Africans, and I don't blame them in a way. You should gatekeep certain things, and there should have been a better person to explain, because I read this article by this guy that was basically saying that when Wendy was explaining what Osu was, he was like, wasn't even explaining it right, because it's really a caste system. It is
All
the
right.
belief that you have a whole group of people that physically have DNA. Your DNA is what determines what you are. So there could have been a group of people and they were outcasts. They outcast them and they lived in certain places. But if you take a second and go to TikTok and kind of type in Osu, there are Africans over there saying that we grow up, we get an education, we do this. They are just as successful as the non-Osu, because there are some people that wear that title proudly, it appears.
No.
So that is a caste system. Like, you ain't gotta like Wendy or not to know that that's still a bunch of bull crap.
Yeah.
That's something that could have happened 7 generations ago in your family, and that somebody was a little mystic, and now you're telling me 7 generations later, I'm still cursed.
Yeah. I think they said that allegedly that was Eddie's family feeling that way, but we don't know.
I mean, they're saying it ain't no allegedly. If you read those articles, somebody in Eddie's family that we're talking about right now is quoted in there. Go look up those. And those articles were written in 2021, I believe. Go
Hmm.
Google those articles about Wendy being Osu. You don't have to take my word for it. They out there and read through it. Somebody in there says that someone from Eddie's family said they believe this girl's bloodline is cursed to the point that they don't talk or see their grandchildren. They haven't even met them. That's absurd.
That's crazy. I hope that changes before anybody gets unwell.
Yeah,
I had another point, but it
absurd.
left me. Anything else, y'all?
Yeah, that's it.
No.
All right. Well, y'all be good. Peace out.
Okay. Peace out. Bye bye.
Lisa, how do I get off of here? In task.